Yeah, that's a big thing. Set it up.
Doesn't it look nice?
Yeah.
That new light back there is super nice. Yeah, there's just no shadow. There's just, it's just nice, the lighting. They did an amazing job. And it's spacious. We're live. Nice episode 45 behind the tool belt. Listen, we appreciate everyone. We're super excited about, everything. But the 21 Turkey Salute, how exciting is it getting, guys? Please share this out. We appreciate it. We're going to talk about jobs. We're going to talk about people, young people, and anybody coming into the trades. How much value is there? How much need there is? What things you need to do for the fall to get ready for your home, whether it's getting TC back your windows, doors. They're going to talk about whether they can still do roofing. I know the answer, but we're going to answer your questions about that. Getting your gutters cleaned out. Having Horizon Lawns make sure one call does it all in the fall. Still time to make sure you get the leaves out of your gutters. You get your gutter guard put in. Have them come out and give you a look over. Maybe you need that last cut. Get your grasses cut. Those big grasses can get into your air conditioning. They can get into just a lot of things can get clogged up. And like they always say, you need your house to breathe. So we're going to go over all this stuff. You might be looking for a career, right? Maybe you're sick of a job. Just over broke, and you want to find a place where you can get a house. I mean, we're going to talk about how many people have bought houses. Crazy. Congratulations to everyone here. Any birthdays or anniversaries, anyone that's part of this family, happy birthday, happy anniversary. I hope everyone had a good time, doing their trick or treat. I know a lot of car dealerships did trunk or treat, and so shout out to them for doing that. That was really nice for the kids. So we appreciate everybody out there. TC Backer Construction does an amazing job. Vic, you do an amazing job. Everybody here, we appreciate you. Everyone out there, all the ladies and gentlemen. If I start doing the names, I will forget them. But you all know I love you, the ladies and gentlemen of Horizon Lawns, TC Backer, and all of you. If you didn't share this, if you didn't invite your friends or share it to a group, put your town, all these things help the algorithm, and this supports small businesses. And when you have good, small, honest businesses that provide opportunities, they do a lot for the community, whether it's eating in your restaurant, helping a non-for-profit, so many things. I remember the video we did with the tree. Not we, listen, I videoed it, but watching Chris Mendez and Jared and the whole team, they came in and helped that lady. Her house was like drowning in overgrowth. And you watch that video in 1 hour, no time lapse, that house was breathing. And I just drove by that house to see a client the other day, and it looks amazing. So that's nice to see. And they've always done that. And you'll see George, our guest tonight. He does an amazing job. He's been in the trades for a long time, and you don't find a lot of craftsmen and his knowledge. We're losing his knowledge. So, we need people to find out what he's doing, how he's doing it. And you're going to find out a lot about his knowledge of what he does and doing it the right way. Like Ty always says, do it the first time. And these things are learned from people working together, right? And then having respect for each other in the trades. One thing you'll see about this rolling home show, this virtual home show, is we're not here to promote anything in particular, but to promote those that are out in the community doing whatever it is they do, right? If Absolutely. You put yourself out there, that's why we teamed up. People say, do you work for TC Backer? Yes. I work here, right? Horizon Lawns, this is my family. They don't just do anything partially. It's a total commitment to community, and community is every part, whether that's a client, someone that works here in a career, or a neighbor that needs a helping hand. Maybe they need some groceries. Maybe they need a Thanksgiving meal. And to bring up a Thanksgiving meal, if you need anything, you can message any one of us privately. Nothing will be put out there, and we can put together a Thanksgiving meal, a bag, a to-go thing that you can do stuff. So we'll do any of that stuff, man. And if you need anything in particular, don't forget the day before Thanksgiving, 3 to 9, correct?
Yeah.
Or 3 to 6. Is it 3 to 9?
3 to 6.
3 to 6.
Yep.
You can come get a Thanksgiving, no nothing. You just grab it. It'll be a to-go thing, a Thanksgiving meal. And everyone that's helping out with this, whether that's, did you talk to Brandon Hershey?
Yeah? He didn't call me.
Okay, so I'll message him. I saw him at the office on the way over here. But anyone that gives oil, these things take 3 to 5 gallons of oil. Anyone that can help get the oil, it's vegetable oil, canola oil, right?
Yeah.
Just no peanut oil.
Yeah.
Fryers, gas. If you want to contribute financially, if you have, I got to get on the cranberry sauce, man. So if you can help out with cranberry sauce or donate toward that, let me know. Where there's going to be stuff and there's going to be pies. If you can donate cookies, maybe a tray of cookies. All this stuff is going to be put in a to-go, COVID-friendly package. Boom. And in the meantime, the world record is being broken. Either way, there's going to be 21 turkeys going to be set into this beautiful oil and feed the community. And shout out to Superior Meats, George, the Chop Shop. Thank you for helping us out with these turkeys, and we'll get with you before the 9th to solidify that order. Yeah. So thank you for that, and thank you guys again for being here. We love you. Yeah. And shout out to all the spouses, all the friends and family that support each other out there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So thank you.
Yeah.
Good intro, Shane.
Thanks.
Yeah, it was a good intro. Yeah, just to circle back on what we're going to be serving. We're talking about mashed potatoes, corn, stuffing, turkey, obviously with gravy. There's going to be some desserts. Some desserts are going to be donated. Shane's doing cranberries. Can't wait for that. Hopefully they're fresh cranberries.
Cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
Cranberry sauce in the can. Right? Support Ocean Spray in that.
Okay. So, all right. So,
I don't know if they would want to eat
home
my
cooking turkeys, and Shane's bringing cranberry sauce out of a can. No problem. But yeah, we plan on doing 21 turkeys and then some.
Yeah.
Our initial goal is to do 21 turkeys simultaneously at the same time, and hopefully we can catch the Guinness Book of World Records. And then there's also, so that's the the Guinness Book of World Records, and then there's another one that is actually for the United States. I don't remember the name of it, but we'll inform you more about that as that comes about. But we're going to have a great time. There's a lot of people that are interested. There are a lot of people that are going, and more people are reaching out. I mean, day by day, everybody wants to be involved. 360 Imaging wants to be involved. George wants to be involved. He's going to bring his better half down. There's friends and family. Bobby Witt with TNT Renovations. He's bringing his crew up. They're actually going to be spending Thanksgiving with us, but they're coming up. He's a proud supporter of the Weatherbuster Window and Doors. Chris and his people, and Vic and his people, and the whole clan. Our whole family's coming. Jana's coming. Rocket's going to be there. Mackenzie's going to be there. Chris Mendez will be there. The Horizon crew will be there. The whole entire TC Backer family is going to be there. Ronnie Warwig and his wife are coming down. They're totally excited about it. We've already received some donations. Derek had given us some lightly used coats, and actually I think some new coats are mixed in there. He washed them, folded them up nice and neat, and put them in a bag for me, so I got them in storage.
Nice.
Dave, who works for us, he gave me 10 gallons of oil already. Shane had received some K-Cups, 2 very large boxes of K-Cups. So
from Carol Mark.
Yeah, from Carol Mark.
Yeah.
They're on North George Street Extended. They're good people down there, good local people, good local company. You want me to keep clicking it? Oh, okay. Because I can. We got a lot of good things going on.
Yeah, and just so that everyone knows, we are going to be having more turkeys, because if there's anyone out there that is in the need for a family dinner that night, that they just can't, whether they can't afford or they don't have time or whatever the case may be, no judgment. We'll fry a turkey up for you.
Yeah.
Just hit us up, let us know ahead of time. Try to give us a cup. Let us know by the Friday before if you need a whole turkey. But we'd be more than happy to provide some food for your family. You can just come pick it up at the spot.
Yes.
And we'd definitely be more than willing to do that. We'll throw some sides in a to-go container and get everyone fed. So. If there's anyone out there that needs any info on that, just reach out to me, reach out to Ty.
Yeah.
Like I said, there'll be no judgment. No one has to know. Or if maybe you know someone that's just too proud to ask for help, let us know, and we'd be more than happy to just surprise them, show up at their house.
Absolutely.
So.
Amen.
Absolutely. We have people reaching out to us through Messenger too. I forgot to message that.
I seen one just pop up right as we started the show.
Yeah. Well, that was someone who wants to help.
Yeah.
But the other night I had a lady, I guess, reach out to me that she wants to bring her and her grandkids, and was amening me and thanking and God blessing me and all that stuff. Like they didn't have anywhere to go for Thanksgiving. She wants to bring her grandkids down.
Awesome.
Then
That's
she
awesome,
thought
man.
it was in Dover. I'm like, no, it's not in Dover. So I had probably a 5 to 10 minute conversation with her through Messenger, explaining to her exactly where it's going to be, what we're doing, and just come down. We'll make sure you get exactly what you need, how much you need, however much you need.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
man.
yeah, so it's getting out there.
Right.
I need some.
So thank you
Yeah.
for sharing this.
Yeah,
We
George, and
appreciate
his wife will need some once she throws
I
them
make that
out.
homemade
Put you in dog
cranberry
house.
sauce.
There you go.
Homemade cranberry
You're gonna make the homemade cranberry
sauce.
sauce.
Thank you.
We can have a cranberry sauce tasting contest.
I'm
I've
down
never
for that.
made it. I just get it from Ocean Spray.
Right on. I
Yeah.
don't even
Yeah.
know how
So,
you make it.
yeah. So,
Yeah, good stuff. So our guest tonight is George Myers. You've been a local native, York native for how long now?
37 years.
37 years.
Wow.
And George is a home builder. When I met him, I was 20 something, young, maybe younger than that. Probably realistically, I think 17 years old when I first met George. I was the ground guy at that time. I was cutting siding. I was the gopher. I was the, whatever they needed, they screamed at me. I was cutting siding for 4 or 5 experienced installers and bending their metal, and they had me going. It was like I was being punished. I was a very angry teenager, and and they knew it, and they loved it. But anyhow, George, so you've built homes. Tell us a little bit about like why did you get into home building? Like how did you end up building homes?
I wasn't made to be in a factory. I can't be in there. I have to be out doing whatever. And I learned it from my father, who did it, and thought, hey, I can make a living at this. So I made a damn good living at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
It was good to watching you run around trying to keep up with everybody.
Yeah. 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 Had long hair with a ponytail and
Yeah.
yeah.
It was a hippie.
Yeah,
Back in the day.
yeah. So and that goes to show, and I say this quite often in our little meetings. 99.9% of the people that we've started out in business with, however many years ago, we still do business with today.
Right.
That has to say a lot about the integrity and the not just for us, but for the people that we do work for.
Right.
The trust and the ups and downs, and things don't go perfect. Like we were supposed to install gutters for George last week, and here it is Wednesday, and but he forgave us. It's a give and take relationship. But anyhow, that we'll bust. I'm hoping Chuck's watching. So
He is
Chuck,
watching.
this
He
is who George
He is
is.
watching. He's
Just in
Yep.
case you didn't know who George is, and I had to listen to his shit for about 45 minutes before the show tonight. He took me out back of the woodshed, just so you know. I took one for the team. Okay, but anyhow, George, you've been building homes forever. Have been a great guy. Have been an experience and a mentor of mine over the years. There for a little bit, you got out of home building. What did you get into then at that point in time?
Then I opened up Susquehanna Stoneworks.
Okay.
Yeah, and I did real stone, fake stone, put it on houses and stuff. I still dabbled in the housing business for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of got out of completely, sold everything and kind of retired. And then came back and worked with Habitat for 4 years. And that was a different experience.
Wow.
That's awesome.
What did you do at Habitat?
I was their construction manager. I set up everything, got the drawings together for houses. I pretty much designed every house that we built.
wow.
The big project we're doing on Chestnut, I think Shane, you've been involved in talking with them about that. And it's a big one. It's going to be 14 units and all for low income deserving family. And it's not for free. They do get a mortgage, but it's interest free.
Okay.
So they get a 30-year mortgage on it, and they have to help work on it. They have to do their 225 sweat equity hours.
Mm-hmm.
They have to invest in the program as well as everybody else does. And then you get all the volunteers. So one day you'll get a group of hospital girls that don't know how to do anything but stick you with a needle.
Right.
And you try to teach them how to hammer.
So you got to manage that.
So you work with them all. The house we did right out here in Dover, right across from Jim and Nita's.
Yeah, 174.
We had women's build 2 years ago, and I did that in 7 days with 77 women.
Wow.
Yeah, from the ground up to the roof.
Really?
Yeah. in
Wow,
7 days.
I didn't know that, man.
Yeah, we built that in 7 days. It was called Women's Build. It's a fundraiser that they have, and we get each day I would have 10 to 15 women on site, and every day it was a different group of women. So every day you were back to start. This is a hammer. This is how you put the nail in, and then we get to work. Yeah.
Wow.
And then, but yeah, 7 days all the way up to the roof. So,
That's awesome.
and they set the trusses too. The crane guy pulled in and said, "When's the guy showing up?" I said, "They're all right there. See them?" He said, "I see all women. They're going to put the trusses on. Don't worry. You just get them up there."
Yeah.
So he got them up there, and we showed them. I showed them how to put it down, and it passed inspection.
Wow.
There you go.
That's an amazing accomplishment, man.
Yeah, that really is, man.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
congratulations on that. That's definitely something to be proud of.
Especially because, I love how you said every day you get a new group of people. So it's like, you start your first thing, you have your little toolbox talk at the beginning of the day, and you got to start fresh every single day.
Every day you got somebody new. You got to train them, teach them, especially with saws, because we let them cut too.
Yeah.
I mean, I set up the miter saw. Some of the women would cut, some of the women would hammer. Now we wouldn't give them air guns because we were afraid they'd shoot themselves. Accidentally miss somebody, shoot into somebody else.
Well, anyone inexperienced, you got to be careful.
So we hand framed everything. I mean, it was all hand nailed. We put the plywood on, put the tie back on, and then we stand the wall up. And I tell them, don't push it, because if it goes out over the edge, we got to start over. Tear it apart, bring it back up, do it again. So, they'd stand it, push it up, and they'd hold it. I'd teach them how to take the hammer and jam it in, hold it there, and then I'd run up and down through quick and put nailers on it to keep it there so the wind wouldn't knock it out of there.
Yeah.
But it was fun. But it's a lot of work. You go home, you want to take a lot of pills and drink a lot of whiskey then.
I bet. I bet.
And start over the next day.
Yeah, wondering what group of people you would have the following day.
Yeah, and then we get a lot of schools. When schools are in session, especially in the spring, they'll come out on weekends. We get them on a group on a Saturday, different high school kids, and they're fun to work with because some of them just want to crawl in the corner and sleep if they can find a corner. Yeah. And then some will work. We do a lot with colleges, but we get colleges that'll come in for a whole week, and they'll work on the whole house whole week. So they're the best kind to get because they're there for the whole week. So you're working on a project, they know the next day they're continuing it. So it's not like we got to start over. Yeah. Teachers, they have their nail bags, their hammers, everything, and then they move on. Yeah. So,
do you remember which schools they were?
It's Dover, Eastern, West York was there, Spring Grove was there.
So high schools?
All the local high schools.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice. That's very cool.
Yeah. So they still have those technical programs?
Yeah, and then we get VOTech during the week. They would come out like 2 times a week. Like they'll come a month, and then they'll take 2 days of the week, and then there'll be another month they'll come out 2 days of the week, and we teach them how to do it so they can do it. We did the one on Prospect. They laid the firewall up for us. It's block. Yeah. And they would come out every day and mix up some blood. They only lay 2 rows, but 2 rows is better than none. And then they just keep going up and learn. You know, they were the mason crew from VOTech. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah, so we get them out there, and then we get just regular people. Saturdays we get a lot of church groups or just private people, and then during the weekdays we get a lot of companies. Like we'll get Gladfeller's was out. You had Amazon was out already with the group of people. The big food building, ET3 or whatever it is.
Oh, ES3.
Yeah. They always would come out. You'd have Dent Supply would come out, big groups. I remember when Dent Supply came out, we were up doing the vet build in Manchester, and I said, "You're going to paint the ceiling?" And he's like, "Yeah, I could paint. So I got everybody started. I didn't know he was the vice president of Dent Supply. And I come back out and I said, "What the hell are you doing?" And he said, "I'm painting the ceiling." I said, "No, you're not." There's paint everywhere on the floor. He's just pushing the roller across the ceiling. So I said, "Let me teach you this." So I put it up there and started doing it. He goes, "Oh, you got that turns." I said, "Yeah, that turns." And so I taught him, and then we were sitting there eating lunch, and I was picking on him a little bit. And the one lady leaned over to me. She goes, "Do you know who that guy is?" And I said, "Well, I hope he ain't too important." And she goes, "Well, he's the vice president of Dent Supply." I'm like, "Oh," but he kept coming back because he loved it. So We had
That's
fun.
awesome, man.
Nice.
I went
That's
in,
really
they
cool.
donated some cabinets to us, and I went in to get them. And as soon as he found out I was in the building, he made him bring me to his office. He says, "Now you're in my office." You know, like that. So he tried to get tough with me.
Yeah, he did.
But we had fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool, and that kind of flows right along with what we kind of started out preaching on this show. How important it is to get the youth involved in the trades and not to pound in their head like it was in my head going through school. You're not going to be anything if you don't go to college. You need a college degree, you need a bachelor's degree, you need a master's degree.
Yeah.
That you can make an honest, great living in the trades. And a lot of this stuff is you gain a skill and you're not starting out in debt.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend $80,000, $100,000, $150,000 to get yourself in the hole before you even start your career.
Sure.
So and not only that, you save in the long run too. If you learn a trade, if you learn how to be a plumber, you don't have to pay a plumber no more. You know how to do it yourself. So not only are you going to make an honest living, but you don't have to come out of pocket when you're piping. Your pipes break, or you need any kind of plumbing done, you can do it.
Yep.
And a lot of the trades kind of work hand in hand. If you have HVAC experience, a lot of times plumbing stuff too. There's a lot of framers that know roofing stuff and siding stuff. If you know how to read a tape measure, you know how to read a tape measure.
Right.
And you can learn all that stuff for free in these trade schools. So
absolutely.
It's a great path, great career path. George is a great example of that.
Yeah, man.
Well, I never went to college. I ain't going to tell you my age, but I'm a little old here. But back when I got out of school, college wasn't a demand. You could just go get a job and do it. So I just started right into building houses. And but we used to get VOTEC kids out. They would call during the summer and ask if they could come out to work. And so they would come in and meet them in the conference room, talk to them first. This is what we got, get his safety and everything. And then I would say, the last thing I'd say to them, whatever you've learned there, I want you to forget it. Because I'm going to teach you the correct way to do it. And then you can take it back to school next year and teach it to your teacher.
Right.
Yeah. And they always laughed.
Yeah, but they did. Yeah, they wouldn't like that, I'm sure.
They didn't have to, they learned how to read a speed square.
Yeah. And that's a lot of people that are in the trades and have been in the trades still don't know how to
do
read
that.
Yeah, how to use a speed square the way it's supposed to be used.
Well, I've been building for 37 years, and I still can't build a set of steps.
It's tough.
I mean, I just buy them.
Yeah, it's tough. I actually
just order them and they're here.
Speaking of steps, I actually had to build my own set of steps. I had 3 different people come out and tell me that it couldn't be done on our house up at Main Street. And you can ask Jenna. I made my own stringers, put them in there, and lo and behold, I made a set of steps. What it was was like 9-inch. It had like a 9-inch rise with like a 3-inch tread. So like basically, when you would go down the steps, you'd smack your ass on the steps as you went down because they were straight up and down. It's an older house, real tight hallway going up the steps and just real steep. So what I did was, and I don't know why no one else came up with the idea, is I built a landing at the bottom, which kind of changed the angle of everything. And I nailed I think it was like a 2x10 or a 2x12 onto each side, and I got a speed square and a torpedo level, and I drew it on there and got it so it would work. So it wasn't like 100%. I can't remember exactly what your rise is supposed to be, and like what is it, 6 or 7 inches?
7 up.
7 up. Yeah. So it was. I had it like within 1/4 of an inch of code, and today that's what our steps are in at Linden Avenue. So I know it's not easy. I had Kenny from Colonial Builders come out. Crazy Kenny came out. I had a stair builder, like someone who makes steps, like you from the place that you said you buy them from now.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the company, but Janet will probably remember. The dude was like, I've only said no to 2 jobs, and this is one of them. And he left my house. Swear to God. He was the last guy that I had come in, and Kenny actually made me some. I stuck them in there, and they didn't work. Like his math was like, nah, it won't work. You know what I mean? And we did it. Me and my buddy Donnie Fisher, who used to work for us. He had passed since then, but he was my best friend. But he helped me. We tore him out, and when I tore him out, I knew I had to get him in. Yeah. I was using a ladder, an extension ladder, to get up to our 2nd floor for a minute. on Main Street, so I had to figure something out. But anyhow, I didn't mean to take it from you.
The steps are hard.
They are hard. I mean, that's not you got to be a carpenter.
Yeah.
And those little grommets, there's those guys, Howie Rao, who works for us. Like, he knows how to use an actual framing square. He knows how to put those, I call them grommets, on your framing square that will give you your angles, and that's how he draws them out. Howie can build
Locks it
anything.
right in there.
Yeah, deck, stairs, cabinets, the picnic tables, the true
that's awesome,
carpenter.
man.
But yeah, anyhow,
Jana said you ripped him out before you even had a plan.
yeah.
Hey, you guys want to do some shout outs quick?
Yeah, let's do some shout
That
outs.
sounds like Ty, Jana.
Yeah.
That sounds like Ty.
Yeah, just go for it, man.
Do you have access to see everyone?
Yeah,
that's on here?
Chuck. Where you at? Chuck's out here watching. There's Tyler.
Jana, Daniel, good to see you. Daniel Parker, Jana, always good to see you. Dinner was great. Chuck and the Truck, Tyler,
Please
Jill,
share.
Chris Markey to the T,
Please
Bruce,
share.
Marky, what's up,
Christy,
brother?
love you, babe. Kim, good to see you.
Thursday, be there Friday.
Gotcha.
Daniel Barker, how you doing, buddy?
Lauren, good to see you.
Chris Markey. Chris is pulling through for us again, once again. Kim Smith, good to see you.
Thomas
Ruby.
Cordell.
Tommy, he's sprint car, not sprint car, but I can't remember what kind of car. Late model.
Nice.
Tommy races late models over in the Waynesboro, Franklin County area, Hagerstown, Winchester, all over the place, man. He's doing great. We sponsor his team. Horizon's actually going to be on the side of the car this week. Big Stain. Yeah, Tyler.
Stain.
That has to be Tyler.
Oh, it definitely was Tyler.
Yep. Yep. Aaron.
He waits for Wednesdays just to put that comment in here, man.
Yeah, I wait for it. I wait for it. Glenn, I thought I saw Glenn in here. Jill, JD Sterner, he's going to be helping us. That's the moving company that I had mentioned to you guys. That's going to help
nice.
us pick things up, get it, put them down.
Yes.
I didn't mean to really say
Very
that.
cool.
But he's going to help get stuff and set it up.
Yeah.
Tear it down.
We're going to need all the help we can get,
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
You know, the more we sit down and the closer we get and the more we sit down and brainstorm this whole thing, the more we're realizing that this is. It's going to be a lot of work for
It
sure.
is.
But the turnout's going to be great, man.
It is.
And it has
we're
been.
thinking
I mean, everyone's been very kind and loving.
Absolutely.
And
And
it's been
giving.
overwhelming.
Giving. We're expecting at least 200 people, probably more.
Yeah.
Could very well possibly be more, but we're expecting 200 more. Who else is on here? I want to do a couple more shout. Trisha Krebs, Lauren, good to see ya. Brian Kleppinger, my man. That's a guy that I grew up with over in Waynesboro. Vic, good to see you, buddy. Thomas Golden. Shane, what's up, buddy? I hear TC is hiring.
Just for you guys, Tyler and Dave. Just for you guys.
He's busting. Thomas Golden busting my balls because he wants to come work. I'll get to you, buddy. I told you, first of the year. Chuck, George Myers, can we meet around 7 p.m., 7:30 tomorrow morning
At the site.
at the site?
Yes.
Fresh air, shake and bake.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So, what are you doing now, George? Like, what are you doing now?
Well, now I did my 4 years with Habitat. Moved on. Now I'm helping a company, J. Hartley Construction. The guy, he's a retired Northern Regional Police officer, and he wanted to get into building business, but he didn't know how to do it. So he came to me. He worked with me at Habitat. He was one of my superintendents, and I was teaching him how to do things there. And so we got together, and so I'm helping him with that. Through all the corona and everything, we've sold 11 houses so far right now. So
Amazing.
being fresh back in at it, I mean, I think a lot of it's my name. It's helping him because a lot of people don't know him yet. So I'm trying to get the word out about him and people get to know him more. Because a lot of times when people call me like, "Who's this Jay Hartley?" It's like, well, that's the owner, but he's has another business and he's involved in that. So and I take care of everything with Jay Hartley.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
Yeah, and you do a great job too, just like you always have, man. We appreciate, your business, and you pay on time. You've always been a
did I pay you already?
stand-up dude. Not for the gutters yet,
Well, you didn't do them.
and that's what I'm saying. But the roof you already paid us for. You were quick on that. I mean, he's the old school guy, like he was talking earlier. He carries his checkbook in his pocket. and you know, he's ready and willing to, you know, to take care of the people that do work for him, man.
Yeah.
And that's not the only reason why we work for him. It's just we've had such a great relationship, and you know, and knowing and being friends as long as we have, that says something about each other. You know what I mean? Not many people can say that they have lifelong friends, and Eric talked about it before.
Yeah.
You know, that have 10 plus year relationships with people. You know, it's tough to find that. And you know, the funny thing is we've had several of them on the show. Mark Jones, Ray Rosilli, now we got George.
Yeah.
You know, these are people that I've been doing business with for 10, 15 plus years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dr. Jones.
Chris Markey.
Yep, Chris Markey. You know, he did our first signs, which that phone number doesn't even exist anymore. I don't even know if he remembers that or not, but I got one of his yard signs that he made for me that had 801 55. I don't remember the number, but it was 55552 was my first original phone number that I had when I went out on my own. And then, I mean, I could list numerous people, but you know, it's George. I've always looked up to you. You know, as I don't want to say, you know, as a father figure or anything like that. I don't want to be cheesy or corny like that, but you know, you took care of all of us. You know, and we were the ragtag group out there. I mean, Bruce Pfeiffer, Dink, Todd Rawhauser, Doogie, Jay Bird, Mouthy J, JFJ, all those knuckleheads. You know what I mean? We had nicknames for everybody, man.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
still do have nicknames for everybody.
Dude, we were the ragtag out there, but we were the best of what we did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we were in competition because back then the Latinos were coming up through Maryland. Then we were the only, like, the last of the Mohican, you know, out there installing siding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we took pride in what we did. And if we got into a community where there was a Spanish crew, we made sure that we got done before them and our work looked cleaner. You know what I mean? There's not many white guys that you can see, let alone, and I don't know if it's the generation difference of the way things were then to the way they are now, or the recession put a kibosh on us being able to train that generation after us, or whatever the case might be. But, you know, we were the last of the Mohicans, man, and so was Glenn Orr and Chuck.
Well, I remember when I first met y'all was Glenn Winters.
Through Glenn Winters,
And he came from New York, and I had 6 houses standing in the entire village. That's where you first started with me.
Yeah.
And over in Dover. And this cocky Glenn Winters walks up to me. I'm Italian. I'm from New York. Yeah, so what? He says, let me do a siding. If you don't like it, you don't have to pay me. All right. I figured I'd turn my back, start running away. I said, I'm going to get me a free one because I don't even like his ass. So I walked away. I said, the stuff's in the garage. You all guys set up. I came back the next day. He was done. I was like, damn, I got to pay him because I do like this. And I want to do more. So I ended up paying it, and he said, get on the next one because I had them all stocked and ready. They were just, go to the next one. Keep going.
Yeah.
That's
Those
how we
were
met.
the heydays, man. Yeah, those were the heydays. Him and Bobby Kroll. Remember Bobby?
Kroll, yeah.
I think he passed away, man.
He was a trip.
Yeah.
Him and Glenn. Those two together were just...
Yep. Good times, man. Those were the good old days, man. I remember me and Keith was on one of your houses out in Spring Grove or Seven Valleys out that way when 9/11 hit.
Oh, yeah.
Me and him I was on the back of the house up on the gable wall, and we were listening to the radio, and 9/11 happened. We were out there hanging siding, we were like, dude, is this a joke? It just gave me goosebumps just thinking about that. But I know exactly where I was that day when 9/11 happened. We were on a George Myers house out in Spring Grove, installing siding, and I was throwing trim nails over the roof. I was on the scaffolding, and I could see Keith through the windows of the house, and I could see him standing on the front porch installing siding or whatever he was doing. So I was like whipping siding and trim nails up over the house to try to smack him on the head. So he saw me. I didn't see him see me. Okay, so he went in and told the drywaller what I was doing to tell me that I was hitting his truck. I wasn't hitting his truck. So this dude comes out, opens the window up, freaks out on me like, yo, you're hitting my truck with nails. And I was like, oh my God, man, I'm so sorry. And I looked through the window and Keith was dying laughing. And dude was like, I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. So those were the things we did. I mean, we'd get into like a snowball battle for like 3 hours on a job site. You know what I mean? Just crazy off the wall kids.
And then they wonder why they got flat tires, because they throw their nails everywhere and then they drive in there.
Yes, exactly. I wasn't thinking that. I was maybe 20 years old.
Yeah,
but you know what my method was when it started snowing? I just take my finger, draw a circle on the hood of the vehicle. When it's covered, we're out of here.
Yep.
We all be waiting, like, stand there. It's good.
Yep. Good stuff, man. I'm glad you came on the show tonight, man.
Yeah, man.
I miss those good old days, talking about that
Chris,
stuff.
good to
I'm
see
trying
you.
to put the whole team back together, but half of them are gone, and
Yeah.
some of them are dead.
Yeah.
So,
Yep, for sure. What's Tommy doing?
Salter?
Yeah.
He's doing cabinets and stuff. He has a cabinet shop at his garage, and he builds cabinets. He takes them down to D.C. and Baltimore and stuff like that. Yeah,
Nice.
so,
He's probably doing really well right
Derek
now.
is-
with
yeah,
that.
he's a grandpa now.
Is he?
Yeah. He's still big, though. You know, he played football, professional football. And I met him when I met him was he was trying to build a house, and I said, try it. And I pulled in. I said, do you need help? He goes, I got it. And he picked this big steel beam up, remember, and put
He's
it
big
on his
dude,
shoulder and walked out on the foundation wall and laid the one end down and just kept walking the wall and laid it down and then just worked it in, put it in the pocket.
Yeah.
Wow.
This guy was
Dude
a beast. Yeah, just Arnold, not what Ivan Polsky from Rocky, the Russian guy, is who he reminded you of.
Yeah,
The same haircut, same everything.
Yeah.
He
Big
played.
dude.
He played for the Cincinnati Bengals, and then he was transferred over to New England Patriots, and then he retired.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, big guy.
Dude was big.
Big
I mean, I
teddy bear.
believe it. He's
I don't-
carrying steel beams on
I
his
don't think
shoulder.
you'd want to piss him off.
That's a big dude.
Yeah, I don't think you'd want to piss him off, but big teddy bear would do anything for you, just like George was. You
Yeah.
guys were a good team.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like his foreman. Like, yeah, he was your foreman or whatever he did.
He did whatever I told him.
Yeah. Yep, he was a good dude too, man. I haven't seen him in a long time. And then what about that, your electrician or plumber dude?
Oh, you mean Tom Dower?
Yes.
Always young for Alaska. His
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
I think he died.
Really?
Yeah, I think. I haven't seen him around.
I haven't seen him forever either.
He had long hair.
He had long gray. He had long gray hair back then.
Yeah, he just flipped it back. and
Yeah.
Take forever to do plumbing work.
Yep.
It's like,
Yep.
you ever gonna get this done?
Yep. I forgot about
And
him
then
too.
Bill Belch was my electrician. Remember, a little short, fat Bill Belch?
Yep. Yep.
He said, can you build anything higher? I can't get up there. You know, it's like, well, if you wouldn't weigh about 400 pounds, you can get your ass up there.
Yep.
I mean, we had fun with everybody.
Yeah. It was good times, man. Yeah.
That's one of the best parts about construction, man. You know, you get on a crew and you get a group of guys, you know, that all get along. Not only are you going to be productive, but you're going to have fun too. You know what I mean? You spend all this time with these people.
Yeah.
You know, you go to work and you see these people more than you see your family. You know, so
Yes,
that's one of the great things about construction. I personally think, you know, you get on one of them good crews.
Yeah.
You make a lot of memories, a lot of good memories for sure.
Yep, I know. We used to, when I lived in Savannah, Georgia, I used to water trees, like palm trees, and we had a truck. We'd have to put up the sign real quick, and we'd shut down Victory Drive. Yep, and we were so efficient, man. He'd come back and say, "There's no way you put 50 gallons of water on all those trees, right?" So he told us to slow down, but we would like crank it out. We were like being efficient. We'd stop one guy, hop out, you know, because we had to have the turning lane sign. We'd crank that up. We'd start the motor for the pump, and then you put a big plastic, you know, gun in the ground and you water these things. But you're right, man. And that's how you all are. When you work on my house all the time, and the nice thing is there never has to be anyone watching them, and that was a unusual experience, and that's the experience we were always still looking at. With, you know, to get the doors, to get the gutters, to get the gutter guard, to get the yard, to get all that stuff done. We never had to worry about it, you know, because we're grinding and busy, and we don't want to look over our back.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and you all always just boom, got it done, got it done. People they care about what they do. Call it pride, call it whatever you want, but everyone on the team cares about what they do.
For
And
sure.
that's,
They have
you know,
that camaraderie, man. In the morning times when everyone's in there hanging out, I'd say there's a good 45 minutes where everyone's kind of getting their work together, getting their materials together, smoking cigarettes, whatever. There's usually a little hangout session in the shop in the mornings, and every single morning I'll be in there doing work on my computer, and I can hear them all laughing out there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
me too.
There's always a joke
Good
going
stuff,
on.
man.
Always something happened yesterday that everyone they can't wait to get into the shop to tell everyone about what Ricky did or what Colin did or.
Yeah.
You know, it's always a good time.
The
man,
first one I hear is always Brandon.
Yeah.
He laughs so loud.
He does.
Like I can hear him even when the overhead door's closed, dude. That's usually when I go out. That's when I know the guys are usually out there. So I'll click the door and the door will open up.
Yep.
And kind of stick my head in there and
Jim, good to see
try
you
to
today.
figure out what the hell they're laughing
Catch a good
about.
joke.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you remember Jack Cashman?
What did he do?
He was a preacher. He was trying to build houses. I had you do a lot of siding work.
John, what was his name?
Jack Cashman.
Jack Cashman.
Yeah.
Maybe. Was he building in the same area?
Yeah, he built the same, and he did some in Hanover. Glenn would come in there and do a lot. You guys were going to do the siding and stuff.
Yeah.
And he always wanted to do arm wrestling.
Yes, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Oh, he passed away with a brain tumor.
Oh no.
I think he's gone now, maybe 10 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. But
Wow.
he was another character. You wouldn't believe he was a preacher.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
For sure.
He wouldn't curse. It's just some of the stuff he'd do to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like,
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
then
I
you
can
had
only imagine.
Homer Ford, do you remember him?
Yep. I remember him.
The fist fight that we got into out there.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to break my neck.
Yep. Yeah.
So George, I'm going to ask you a question that I ask everyone on here.
What's that?
$1 million question. So you've had numerous different experiences and numerous trades and fields, and at what point in your career was your most proudest moment?
I don't know. Meat and tie.
That's a good answer.
Yeah. Good answer.
That's a good answer.
I don't know. It was always fun. I loved what I did. Get up early in the morning, get out there and do it. It was just fun. I mean, it's the only thing I know how to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I had other businesses that helped put together and then got rid of them, sold them, and stuff like that. But I was involved with Denny Street. You remember Denny Street?
Mm-hmm.
We had a partnership on some businesses, and that was another good guy until he got into some stuff that he shouldn't have got into and got himself killed. But I don't know. Life's been good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take it as you go.
What motivates you, George?
Money.
Money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That motivates everybody, right? Don't that you too? Money?
Yeah.
Knowing that you're going to get paid at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just
If I had to make you pick something that wasn't money, what would you say? I mean, some people say the kids. Some people say
my kids are great. I got a son, a daughter. I got a grandson now. My wife's great. She does a lot for me. If I wouldn't have her some days, I wouldn't know where I'd be some days. It's amazing when you don't have an extra partner. You'd be stranded sometimes, getting yourself out of troubles.
Yes.
But no, I just like going out and taking a piece of ground that has nothing in it but some weeds growing, and in 90 days, you open the curtain and there's the whole house there.
That's wild.
It's all finished, and beautiful, and and it looks great. And then when the homeowner walks in for the first time to see it, the big smiles. I like that. I like when they're smiling, they're very happy, and they're pleased, and you just hand the keys and say enjoy and move on to the next one.
Yeah.
So just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. That is a cool feeling. Yep.
That is. I can only imagine. I mean, I've been a part of numerous different trades that were involved in doing that whole product there, but I've never been involved in making the entire product.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're on a job site from weeds, until that last touch-up paint thing is done, your last final paint walk, carpets installed, all that stuff. I've never been through a whole process like that, so I'd imagine it. I know how much gratification I would get, just installing a roof or doing siding or, HVAC or whatever I was doing at the time at that job. You get gratification out of that. I can only imagine seeing all aspects come together, because I know just from our experiences on what I manage with new construction, some of these big builders, their schedules are so tight. Before they even break ground, and start digging out for foundation,
Yeah.
they know 3 months from now exactly the day that the paint guy's going to do his final walkthrough. Like
Right.
they have everything scheduled out down to the 12-hour mark.
Right.
You know, the roofers are going to get done on day 2 and a
Absolutely.
half. And, you know, the installation guys are going to be coming in and putting their installation in. You know, we're going to have a frame check on this day.
Wow.
And, you know, what it takes to orchestrate all that, all these different companies,
Yeah.
all these different trades. Then you throw some inspections in the mix in there.
And if you fail, then you gotta
Yeah,
get it.
exactly. So there's a lot of moving parts. So I can only imagine, you know, just having to orchestrate that whole thing. You know, it's almost like a conductor on an orchestra. You know, they have to get all parts moving,
Yep.
and you have to be wise on all those parts too. You got to know what you're looking at.
Absolutely.
You know.
That's how it used to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just call up, say, hey, got da.
Yep. Where you at? You're still like that.
Who?
You.
Oh, I don't know.
You're still on it.
We're still 90-day houses.
Calls me
baby.
15 times a day. Where's my gutters? Where's my gutters?
Where's my siding guy? Where's my roofer?
Yeah.
Where's that? Get him out there.
Yep. Yep.
But I gotta say, the last one you did was great. That group, I don't know who they were, but I mean, we were 6 squares short, and I said I can run to Lancaster to get it because that's the only place I could have got it. And he said, "You go get it. We'll stay and finish. We'll get other things done." I come back, they jumped right on my truck, took it off. They were like,
Awesome.
"It was done." I was like,
Yeah.
all right. I said, I got the next house. I'm gonna make sure that the user,
Yeah. Santos.
up there again. He
Yeah.
goes, "Well, you do that." He said, "We like working with you. You're funny. You tell jokes all day."
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say I think you calmed down a little bit, but on the job site you're probably a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still the same way on the job site. Joke
Yeah.
down, tormenting people,
Yeah. Yeah.
harass them.
There's
So
nothing
one of
wrong
our
with-
viewers have a question here, George.
What's up?
What's the #1 project your clients are asking to be done, and are there any new trends or materials being requested that you notice?
Is that Dallas with the 360?
Yep,
Yeah.
Oh,
360.
I know Dallas. Any new jobs? No, not in the housing. I mean, just some people are asking for fancier cabinets, you know, and stuff like that. But basically, the house is pretty much the same all the way. You know, it's just nothing. I mean, we don't get. I mean, we do custom.
Are you putting in home offices now or in-laws quarters as compared to like 10 or 20
Well, we did
years
those.
ago?
We did those back yonder too. You know,
Yeah.
home offices and stuff. Nobody's really asked. I mean, I did do a house once where we turned their basement into a bowling alley.
Wow,
Because it was
that's
so
cool.
long. It was a rancher, and he said, "Can we put floor down there?" And I'm going to put that, and you help us get that in there. So we did that, but that's about all. I mean, we wouldn't get too many people that are really too freaky like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we
So
don't go in there.
people aren't getting into those like homes yet, at least not in this area.
When you say e-homes, we
Like
Smart homes.
yeah, smart.
Oh
homes.
yeah, we get people. We're doing the smart switches and light switches, and we're wiring them up. We have our electrician. He puts it all in there. We have it set up with what's her name, Lexus or whatever her name
Alexa.
is.
Yeah.
Alexa, yeah. That you can yell her name and say turn the lights on, and it'll put the lights on for them and stuff like that. It's a package we offer to the homeowners. Some take it, some don't. You know, some of them say I don't really need that. I can still turn the light on.
Yeah.
But we tell them we got it. We did a home theater once in a house when we built it. It was decked out. I mean, you walked in there and all you did was say just different things, and it would turn stuff on and off. And it was really wild. That was a pretty expensive one.
So the days of clap on, clap off are over.
Yeah.
That's all gone.
That was a great question.
How about colors of stuff? I mean, you know, brass is like, you know, there's brass. There's like, what are the colors people are using? Are they using the nickel or what? Or is there bronze?
For walls, they're gray. Floors are gray, and they're
Hardware though, like lights and stuff.
lights. A lot of people, they're not going. The brass is coming back, but nobody's taking it. They're going with the black, or they're going with the bronze, antique bronze, and a lot of polished nickel, brushed
Yeah.
nickel.
Yeah. Brush nickel.
Yeah. But the brass is kind of going, and the chrome is kind of going. People, they're trying to bring that gold back, the gold look, but it's just not hitting this market. You know, it's not
Is it mostly LED lighting?
everything is now. Yeah.
Yeah, and is that more efficient for everything and better lighting
Oh
quality?
yeah, it's better. It's cheaper on your electric bill too. I mean, it's back in the day we used to put those hi hats in, and you had the big flood bulbs go in and do your kitchens and stuff. Get your electric bill, and it's $250 a month because it's running all the time.
Are people putting skylights in?
No, we don't do this much anymore. People don't want it because they leak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you put sunrooms on?
What's
put,
that?
You know, sunrooms or patio rooms on the back
Yeah,
house?
well, the house we're doing right now, we're doing a sunroom on the back for them, screened in and doing the glass things that they can open and close and stuff like that. The one we're going to do in Harris, up in Hanover, we're going to be doing an outdoor fireplace and a whole outdoor setup for them and stuff like that. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah,
That's gonna be nice.
yeah, it'll be real nice. That's a big house. That's 4,000 square feet.
Yeah,
So,
that's a big one.
yeah, it'll be sits up on a hill. It overlooks Cador State Park.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the lake
It's
and
real
stuff.
nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're doing well with that. But yeah, we just I don't know. Fireplaces come a long way. Indoor fireplaces. I mean, back in the day, you used to flick a switch, or you know, it'll come on, or you have to go down there and turn a switch in the thing. Now you just sit in your chair and just hit a button, and it'll just
Yep. Fire right up.
yeah, it comes on and gives you the.
So you don't have to mess with a pilot light or any of that kind of stuff.
And now they got these new stoves we've been putting in houses, cook stoves. They got the ovens where they're air fry.
Mm-hmm.
You just put it on the air fry and you can put wings in there and it cooks them up nice. It's really, I mean, they come a long way on appliances too. I mean,
Yeah.
and they got that.
We're gonna have to talk about those stoves after the show, man, because I need one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the new color on stoves is not the stainless steel anymore. It's the black stainless.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody wants that.
Everyone's. It doesn't matter what aspect of home buying or renovating that you're looking at. Black is huge right now.
Yeah.
You know, we're putting a lot of black gutters on.
Yeah.
Black
Black
you know,
shutters,
black
covers,
shutters,
windows.
black shingles, black, like everything's black right now.
Yeah.
That's definitely. So I can see in all aspects that and grays too, man. There's a lot of grays.
Yep.
We are getting more houses. The next 2 houses coming up are going to have black windows.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
like
nice.
the black window with, then we're doing the white siding.
Nice.
And then the columns with stone and stuff. So it makes it look richer, you know,
Yeah.
with the black. Because everybody in the day used to only remember the window colors? It was white, it was bronze, and it was a cream.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was all you ever
like
got.
almond.
Yeah. And it was the ugliest colors because they would fade every time the sun hit it.
Yes. Yep.
But nowadays we sell windows that we have a window company can do 20 different colors.
Nice.
Yeah, to the windows.
Oh, nice.
So you can get windows that almost match your siding.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
You guys noticing more gas or wood fireplaces? They probably don't
Gas.
really do too much wood. Yeah.
a lot of people don't want wood because it's too much work.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotcha. And so Jim's got some pretty good questions here. The average square footage of a new house now, are they starting to trend more bigger or smaller, or you got 1 floor or 2-story houses?
The one we're doing in Spring Grove's 2-story. It's still back and forth.
Probably depends on the area.
Yeah, a lot of style houses we're building now are the farm style looks, where it's a story and a half. They're got that farm look, and the upstairs is kind of built into a steep roof and giving that look. But when it comes to sizes, people are still building. We're not building too many small ones. The one behind the library is 3,000 square feet. The one in Hanover was 2,000. We got one down in Shrewsbury. We're getting ready to start. That's 2,800.
It's probably in like the 18 to 3,200 range. That's pretty fair as
Yeah.
to what's being built
Yeah.
right now.
Back in the day when we were young and whipped things around, we were building houses. They were like 1,600, 1,700 square foot houses.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was big back then.
Right.
It's like
It really was.
people
Right.
thought they had a castle when you built one of them, but
Yep.
you don't build too many of those anymore. I mean, I haven't built anything. Well, the rancher I just did on Butter Road, that was 1,700 square feet.
Right.
But that was it. But yeah, we don't build too many small ones.
Yeah, good question, Jim, and good questions, Dallas.
Yeah, they are
Appreciate
good
the questions. If anyone out there that's listening ever has any kind of questions, please just pop them in the comments. We'll address them as best we can as they come in.
I think he's responding to you.
What's that?
Oh, you got it right there.
Yeah. He said he's gonna meet you in the morning. He can't go. I needed him to go somewhere tomorrow morning. He's not gonna go now. I was trying to talk him into going fishing.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to meet me. Just tell the spouting guys to be there. I'll be there.
Right. There you go, Chuck. So you can go fishing, and Ricky can meet George in the morning. So
Yeah, just tell them to come out there, get
Yeah.
the address, and
yeah,
they'll be done in an hour.
yeah. It's not a big one.
So to touch base on stuff, we got the 21 Turkey Sloop coming up. That's Wednesday, the 25th, the day before Thanksgiving at Union Church, right at Market Street and Penn Street. Just message us if you want to be a part of it, if you want to volunteer, if you want to be a fryer, a server, if you want to come eat there, any of that stuff, just message us. It'll be here before we know it.
Yeah.
We're going to have our turkey order in before the 9th, so if you want to be a part of it, we just have to put down a down payment. I talk to them. We just want to make sure, and I'll get back to you on them if they're able to clean it. But anybody that wants to help out, volunteer, everything will be COVID friendly. We appreciate you. We want to thank George for coming. And anything that you guys need, please touch base with TC Backer Construction, man. They're out there doing great work for the community. They do, everything from, your roofing. I mean, basically from the chimney to the curb between them and Horizons. And the best bet is to give them a ring, 321, get her done. Whether you Facebook message them, it's really what's convenient for you. Reach out, message anybody up here, and they'll get you taken care of. It's fall. It's a good time to get an evaluation. You're going in, whether you're a business and you're looking for a commercial job, you might want some work done, and you'd love to see if they can do it for you. Message them. It's the end of the year. It's a good opportunity to get things set up for this next year's budget, cut down your fuel costs. I mean, triple pane windows, the ease with the weather buster window and the triple pane, it saves you a lot of time. So inquire about that. I know the storm door and the entry door we got. I'm excited. I hate to say I'm excited for cold because I'm not. But we are for the fact that we got this beautiful thermal door, and we have a screen door on the outside of it that shuts on its own. Like, we didn't even have to tell them. Like, that thing clicks on its own, the storm door. So we appreciate everything y'all did. I know Chris and Ty, you want to take it away and wrap things up, but thank you all for sharing this and watching. It means a lot. So if you're looking for a job, if you're looking to volunteer, if anything here you have a question on, hit George up, hit up TC Backer if you have anything in their arena. But we love you and appreciate you, Vic. Again, always, you do a great job. Praying for Tina. Yeah, always. And shout out to the kitty cat, the one-eyed bandit. Yeah. That was nice of you to save the kitty cat. Yeah, that was really nice, man. That just shows your heart. You know?
For sure. For sure. Because I'm not even gonna lie, guys. I was down here telling him how gross it was and that he needed to get rid of it. And he was like, "Oh no, no, no!" And now the thing's a champ, and he's running around, and you'd never even be able to tell that there was
that's awesome.
Gumball-sized goiter sticking off his face.
No, yes. I wish I'd have got more pictures. And followed the whole process. Jana actually did a pretty good job on doing like improvements and where he's at now.
Yeah.
She really did. And I didn't know she was doing that. And I was out on the grill. I was cooking cheeseburgers for us last night, and I read it and it choked me up.
Yeah, man, that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
heartfelt.
I needed that.
Yeah, that was
cool.
What I
mean?
Yeah.
I just felt like I needed that.
And Jana, great job putting it out on paper.
But Dallas has a question. She wants to know if we mentioned where George and I had met.
In a gay bar.
Yeah. Well, do you want the sugar-coated version of it? I always say, do you want the sugar-coated version of it, or do you want the raw version of it? So one day I was walking into the Lily Spa. I don't know if anyone remembers the Lily Spa down on South Queen Street, but I was walking into the Lily Spa and there was George. I'm just kidding. No, I had worked for a gentleman. Yeah, I actually worked for a gentleman. His name was Glenn Winters. I believe he's down in Annapolis, Maryland now.
Yes.
Doing, I don't know what he's doing anymore, but he hired a bunch of us, the riffraff, and gave us all kind of a second chance kind of thing. And it was actually my brother-in-law and Pat. I forgot to mention Pat.
Oh yeah, Pat was up there.
Yeah, so Pat was my best friend at the time. And Rick, yep. Rick's my brother-in-law. So Pat was my best friend. Pat took me under his wing and he actually showed me the trade. Showed me everything that he knew, and that's how I got introduced to George. We used to install siding for George. George was one of the local big builders in the area and kept us busy. We went from one house to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, and that's how I got into the business. I wouldn't be here today probably if it wasn't from the experience that I got, screwing up George's houses at a young age, and catching hell for it and going back and fixing my mistakes and patting me on the back when we did good, giving us hell when we didn't do so good, and did it the old school way.
Yeah.
You know.
How important is that positive reinforcement, though? You know, always keep in mind that, you know,
Amen to that.
when you tell someone the job that they're doing, it doesn't always have to be when they're doing a bad job.
Right.
You know, it's very, very important to tell your guys when they're doing good and tell them that you appreciate them.
Right.
Because then it makes the times when you have to tell them that they messed up.
Yeah.
It makes it a lot easier to tell them that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And they receive it a lot better.
For sure. Good point.
I sure made my mistakes. At one time out there, Tower, remember we put all the trash behind the house on a pile, and I dumped gas on it.
Burn it. Yeah, I was
And I
gonna
caught it
say.
on fire, and we melted the siding on the back of the house. And I said, get that off and get rid of it.
Yep. So we all make mistakes. Yeah. You know, the more
That
we
fire
do
got
it-
so hot. It was away from the house, but it just was so hot. It just melted.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, man. Look at that siding.
Yeah, siding melts. Vinyl siding melts. We know you're back in the stone age of aluminum siding. And I think that would have melted that too. It got pretty hot.
I mean, it was a big towel.
Yeah, yep. But
That was the days you could burn.
yes, you could burn to get rid of the trash. Dig a hole and bury it or burn it or do something on the job site there.
Yeah, you have the
Yeah.
EPA out there writing your tickets down, man. You start burning trash.
Absolutely.
Well, we still burn a dumpster every once in a while.
Yeah.
When it gets too
Dumpster fire.
full, we just like somebody accidentally toss something in it. And,
Yeah.
Oh,
Fire's too big to do anything with now, so let her burn
Yes,
off.
that's right.
it's empty.
Yeah,
We
it's
can
empty
move
now.
on.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
So November 25th, 2020, from 3 to 6 p.m. we'll be down at South Penn Street
Yep.
in York City there. And we'll be serving up the 21 turkey salute. We'll have sides, mashed potatoes, corn, stuffing. Shane's doing cranberries.
Yep.
Fresh homemade cranberry sauce. And George and his old lady are going to be bringing pumpkin pies and apple pies, homemade apple pie.
Who's making the homemade?
You
Because
are.
she can't cook.
Oh. Busted her out. I hope she's not
Oh, she
watching.
knows. She knows.
not watching.
Tell her all the time.
Anyhow,
What do you do if it rains?
we're going to have
We have
tents.
tents.
Oh, you have tents?
Yes,
yeah.
this is going to be rain or shine.
Yes,
And anyone
good
that
question.
is familiar with the York City area, if you go to the address that we had posted, I believe it was, 408 West
Yeah.
Market or whatever.
Yeah.
That's going to take you to the Union
front.
Lutheran Church. Where the event is actually being taken place is in between, what is it, King Street?
North,
It's-
south, West Mason.
West Mason, which is like an alleyway,
Yep.
and West Market Street.
Yep.
So right off of Penn Street there. If you turn onto Penn Street, which we're hoping the day of you're not going to be able to turn on Penn Street because we're trying to get with the city to get that block shut down, so we have that street access too.
Yep.
But there's some parking lots in the alley behind the church on the corner of Penn and Mason, I guess it would be.
Yep.
The church kind of gave that side door the address themselves, 24 Penn Street.
Yep.
They do a lot of handouts and events there.
Yep.
So we'll be right there on the corner of that city block. We're going to have some signage out there ahead of time. So if anyone has any kind of trouble finding the place, number one, you could reach out to myself or Ty or anyone, the TC Backer family, Shane.
Yep.
Or you can just come down to Penn Street and mark it and look down Penn Street and you won't be able to miss us, I promise.
Yeah.
We're going to have all kinds of stuff there.
Yep. 24 South Penn Street actually comes up on a GPS.
Does it?
Yep.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yep.
Just look for the fire. Fire trucks will be there.
Yeah, just look for the fire.
Sounds like
Dumpster fire.
Green-
Look for the
green
dumpster
fire.
fire or the 40 pot that might catch fire too.
It's right across the street from the market too.
Yeah, right across the street from Penn Market there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Yeah, man. Good show, guys. Thanks
Yeah,
for coming on.
this was a
George.
great show.
Always a pleasure.
Appreciate you
Shane.
coming on,
You
George,
did a great
for real.
job.
Good
I
to
can't
see
wait
you
for
guys.
the cranberry sauce.
Yeah, I can't wait. You know, I do a cooking show, so I know y'all know
Yes.
that. So we're gonna have to pull Grandma's cranberry recipe out.
There you go.
But you know, here's the deal, and this is what I love about being a part of the TC Backer and Horizon Mullins family is, you know, the turkeys and all the stuff is top notch. It's not like we got the cheapest stuff so we could go in bulk.
No,
you know what I mean? These
yes.
are local turkeys coming from,
Yeah.
you know, turkey farms in Lancaster.
Yeah, man.
So, and always,
Correct.
always, you know, do things top notch. So,
Right. Yeah.
you know, it's feeling like Adams County a little.
Yeah.
in here.
Is it?
A little like Adams County Home Show. Cool. A little bit. You know, we're getting a
Because it's
little
getting
Adams
cold.
County.
Because it's
Were you
getting
at
cold.
Adams County Home Show?
Yeah.
All right.
It was cold in there,
Right?
right?
It was
Yeah.
cold. Remember?
No,
No,
I wasn't at that one.
Oh, all right.
He was
I was
at
at the Hanover.
Remember Hanover? You know, you talk about 9/11. That kind of felt like Hanover was when COVID started. Remember?
Yes, it was.
It was
Because
slow.
it was talked about in Harrisburg, but remember, we were there. To me,
They
that
almost
always is
didn't
in my
hold it.
mind,
Yeah.
being in that old Wise or Giant,
Yeah,
whatever it
they
was.
almost didn't have it.
And it gives
Yeah.
me goosebumps, right? Because they said this is it.
Yeah.
And there's companies that I know, a waterproofing company, I'm not saying name, that I worked for most of my young life, learning business, that shut down because of COVID.
Yeah.
And they were at that fair getting leads, all of them. I mean, it gives me goosebumps to think, you know, to me, that's like the 9/11 of small business in this country, COVID.
And that was unusual for Hanover because I've done Hanover quite a few times. And it's always busy.
It was slow.
That thing was like,
so slow.
Yeah,
it's like dead.
right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I was there
You
that
gotta
whole
know
weekend,
why.
man, and it was
Yeah.
very, very
So-
slow.
Yeah.
That was definitely
we
our-
still
our
had a
slow
great
show.
time there. The shows
Oh, we had a
that
great,
did,
great time.
the shows, there was a lot of cool guys. There was that fireman kid.
Yeah.
And
remember the
Remember the
Hanover
kids that
Club?
built the robots?
Yes, the kids that built the
Yes.
robots.
And
Yeah.
what's the club at Hanover that put it on? What did they call it?
Auxiliary. Auxiliary or something like that.
Yes, auxiliary.
Very cool club.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
that does
actually
a
still
lot.
Facebook friends with two of the people up there.
Yeah, so that was cool. So good for you guys putting this on and having
Yeah,
businesses.
I just saw the one at Smoke Lumber. The guy that used to own Smoke, he's on it. He's one of the big directors. And they're not doing it this year. They're doing a gun route.
Oh, okay.
So while I was there, he hit me up for money to get some tickets. I said, all right. I mean, for Christ's sakes, you guys had it last year.
Yeah,
You should give it to me for free.
yeah. So York's going to be having it, I think it's from February 12th through the 14th this year.
Yes.
2021, I'm sorry. It'll be
Yep.
2021. So February.
Do they know that's Valentine's week?
Yeah, we got to remember to take our pick.
Why do I feel like that same thing happened?
They happened
Last
before
year.
on the Valentine weekend. They got to stop doing that.
Yeah, I
Because I
don't know.
remember someone saying they couldn't make it because of that
Yeah, I don't know.
last year. You're right. It is Sunday. Sunday.
We
Yeah.
did have a home show on Valentine's Day. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It was it your Harrisburg one?
I don't know, but I do remember
Me
there
too.
being some conflict.
Yes.
Harrisburg coffee, no creamer. Steak, no fries.
Right.
What I remember of the Harrisburg one is he's in this restaurant and he gets on Facebook and man, it's got the best biscuits and gravy. And the guy leans in front of him. He goes,
Oh, remember?
and he goes, takes an arm, he goes, this is crap.
Remember, I was all excited. I went running. We had the hotel, went up there. I got this whole big meal
Yeah.
because they only had steak, no fries. There wasn't any.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know what they used. It was sweet, something sweet. It was weird.
And then
Right now.
and then he goes, I burnt my calories on this.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I was like, oh.
I got some
this-
really good beef jerky and some really good wine from that home show.
I remember you went
Oh,
right
that
across
was
the
so
wine
much
was right
fun.
across from us.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah.
great time.
And I got
Harrisburg
some
was
moon,
amazing.
some pickled moonshine from up
Yep.
there too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. Good
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Yeah, thank you for everyone for tuning
Yes.
in. If you have
Yes.
not, please like the TC Backer page. Please hop on Jay Hartley's Facebook page. Bomb them out with likes. All of our people go like their page, please. If you have not hit the bell at the top of our page so you get notified when we go live. Thank you for tuning in once again. Episode 45. We'll see everyone next week at 7 p.m. for episode 46.
Yes. Thank you guys.
Have a good night.
Yep.